Okay. So data analysis expression. So the full form is data analysis expressions. So to be simple, so it's like a formula. It's like a formula in Excel. In Excel, we used to have the formulas, right? For example, sum is there, sum or concatenate functions or whatever maybe like minimum or max, like anything whatever you count, everything will be called as a like these are like a formulas. For example, if you want to take the sum of sales amount or count of employees, okay, who is getting the maximum salary, this and all we need to write some formulas in Excel file. If you ask me, the same formula will be called as a DAX in Power BI. Okay, there are slight little bit differences is there that we are going to discuss going forward. Okay, yeah, everything is there, so I will share it. So if anybody asks you what is DAX contains, let me show you in the Excel file so that we can easily understand. I'm taking one simple Excel file, or I will take existing Excel file. Anyone is fine. Now let's say I'm just writing simple formula equal. I would like to get unit price into cost. As you can see here, the moment when I put equal symbol here, it is considering as a formula. And what is your formula here? Just say I would like to multiply unit quantity into, where is the quantity? This one, quantity into unit price. So I will multiply both of them. So that case, what you need to do, keep the equal and select the column whichever you want to do, and into and price equal to, so you'll be getting simple. So what I'm trying to explain here the star or into symbol is known as the operator. Will you agree or not? For example, let's say I'm adding one more, like this plus this. For example, supplier ID plus category ID, or quantity plus unit price equal to the 30 we are getting. So the operator here is a plus symbol here. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, whatever you want, module, like almost all mathematical calculation can be done using DAX expression. The coming to Excel file, we call it as the formulas here, but same thing also we can perform within the Power BI also. That's what we are going to see today or next 1 week of time. For example, let's take an concatenate operation. Let's say this is for numeric column, right? I'm taking the string column, okay, and there is an and symbol here, okay, and symbol followed by product ID. Enter it. So now double click, I mean scroll this one in the bottom. So drag and drop, I mean to say. See this one, the end of the product name, we are getting the ID as well. So if you want to space, add some extra space, add one more and symbol, and double quotation should be space, you can add it something like this. Okay, so now in between one column, the I mean product name space, we are getting the product ID. So these are all called as Excel formulas. Doesn't matter whatever you're performing here, like addition, multiplication, or concatenate operation, we need to use and symbol here. And if you don't like to use and symbol, even you can use a, one second, yeah, equal. See this one, whatever you see this one, concatenate also you can use it, and followed by what is the text you are going to concatenate. For example, product ID, this one, okay, and comma this one, and close it. See now, you're getting or not? So there are many ways. Only thing is you should know the how to do. You should know the syntax. You should know the syntax. That syntax only we are calling as a DAX here. Clear now? Now, when we adding extra column, we need to give some name for this column, right? Yes or no? For example, this one, can I say total sales amount? Yes or no? See, usually what will happen if you multiply the quantity in the unit price, you'll get in the total amount, right? For example, you're going to shop, you're buying 10 pens, one pen cost will be 5 rupees. Then what is the amount? 50 rupees, right? Same way here also, what I'm trying to do. This is the quantity per unit. One pen cost will be 10 rupees. Okay. And this one second. Quantity, sorry, this is the 10 quantity, 10 pens, and one price will be 20 rupees. And you'll be getting amount as a 200 here. I'm just giving, ignore this one. Whatever I'm trying this one, I'm just giving one column name. This also you can a little bit scroll down. You'll get as a 40 into 40, 1600. And this one also what you can do. I can give some, for example, addition. Okay. For example, concatenation of columns. Just for our understanding only, I'm just giving like this. And you can do the formatting whatever you want and bold everything. So if you understand these three columns, DAX is nothing for you. DAX is nothing. So here you need to understand one thing. When we're using this one, I'm using one function here, concatenate. In the second, I'm using here only operator only with the help of columns. And here also we are using as operators only. And even we can use a variables also. Variables also we can use. So usually the DAX contains, can we say like operators, comma, functions and variables. Okay. If required, we will add it this one. So time being, understand, if you're writing any DAX formula, we need to use maybe operators or functions or variables. So that is what about the DAX contains operators and functions and variables. So already operators we know it. What is the meaning of operator? For example, plus, minus, multiplication and division and so on. I'm just giving. Okay. Now same way, for example, variables. Anyone tell me what is variables? Maybe C language, C++, Java, wherever you go, you will get a variable concept. What is the use of variables? Variables are used to store the values. Yes or no? And the main important thing is reuse those variables wherever required. See, for example, you are writing some simple multiplication, or you want to perform like a sum of sales amount. Let's say when we calculate the margin percentage here, okay, whenever you want to get the margin percentage, sum of total sales amount divided by some formula we are writing, right? So instead of each and every time if you use the same sum of quantity, the sum of quantity you can store into one variable. That variable you can use it in the multiple DAX expressions. Anyhow, we'll discuss one example. That is what about the variables. So next one is functions. Only function is the key here. Operators already you know, plus minus symbol. We are just going to use wherever required. Variables also, if you know the function, that the result you can store it in the variable. That variable you can call it. The heart of the DAX is nothing but functions here. What is the function use of this one? For example, I would like to see the what is the date of today. I would like to see the what is the date of today. For example, we have today function. We have in DAX I'm talking about. Okay, today function and now functions. So now tell me what is the use of functions. I'm repeating once again. Function is nothing but which has some ready-made functionality. Ready-made built-in logic has been defined. We are just typing the function name and getting the required functionality whatever we required. If you see the example, you will understand. Time being, functions are used mainly to perform some logic. Performs to this is used to perform some business logic here. So in this example, what is my business logic now? What I'm trying to do here. So using about two functions, we can get system time, I could say. System time. Actually, it's the current time actually. Today function if you use it or now function both are the same but we have slight difference. We will discuss that one, don't worry. Both are used to get the today timestamp only. What is the today's date? What is the today's time? But why I mention a system time means if you change it to system time, for example, I'm changing today's time as the 29th, automatically this will retrieve the 29 only. Okay, that's why I mentioned as a to get the system time we need to use a today and now functions. Till now, anyone has any questions? Are anyone confirm me? Are you guys able to understand at least able to hear my voice? Okay, fine. So the next one is the functions are okay mainly classified into like almost 10 types. 10 types. Better I'll put as a couple of times. Then you guys coming asking Bala, you missed out one type here. Yes or no? So don't worry, each and everything will be covered. The first one is, for example, like one second, the date and time functions. Okay. The second one is logical functions. Third one is order can be anything, doesn't matter. I will change the order also at the time of explaining. Informations functions. The fourth one will be textual functions. See, either you guys expertise from the Excel file or SQL Server or any reporting tool, then these are all nothing. These are nothing. And number 5 is mathematical functions. Mathematical and trigonometric also will come here. Trigonometric functions. So statistical functions. Statistical functions. The 7, I'm not sure what else we have it. Filter functions. Filter functions and time intelligence functions. Intelligence functions. These are the even we have two more types. Let me check on that. So date and time if you ask me out of these, the one is very, very, very important. That is called as the time intelligent functions. To understand time intelligent functions, you should know what is a filter, statistical, everything you should know. Rest everything you should know to understand the only this time intelligent functions only. Okay. To simple, I will list out one example. For example, let's say I would like to derive, like as I told you, one function will be today and now function. Now let's say I know the date, right? If I know the date, can't I get the year column? Yes or no? And if I know the year, then can't I get the month also? I mean, if I know the date, for example, day, yes or no? For example, weekday or week number, okay. So like this, we have many functions. I'm not going to list out all the functions now. If I list out again, it's a waste of time. I just given the heads up like date and time functions. Out of this, we have these are the couple of functions. So like this, for example, we have like length function. This comes under textual functions. What is the use of length function? To get the for example, there is a left function is there. These are like a sequence of functions, right? And right function. This all comes under textual functions. For example, statistical functions. We have like sum, okay, minimum, max. This all comes under this one, like statistical functions. For example, mathematical functions. We have addition, subtraction, and we have many things here. Just to understand trigonometry, for example, we have a concept called sine function. Can anyone tell me what is sine 90? If you guys from mathematical background. Yeah, sine 90, cos 90, tan z, there are lots of functions will come into picture. So like this, just I given the heads up like, yeah, sine 90 equal to 1. Super. So like this, we have many functions. Let's remove this one. So based on their behavior, we have been classified into couple of types. Those types are I mentioned here. And out of those, we are going to start with the date and time functions. I'm sure hopefully we can finish today only date and time functions. Let's see. So next one is, anyone has any questions till now, or shall I go and open it? I'm taking one Power BI desktop file, new file, close this one. I'm going to get the some sample data once again. Yeah, I'm going to take the sequence of tables. So for date and time, right, I'm happy with the only one. What is this? I think yesterday I given something like, I asked you guys to verify the what is the difference between the import method and direct query and live connection. Did anyone get a chance to look into this one? What is the difference between among them? Left side is not visible. I'm not sure is visible or not. How about others? Others can able to see my screen properly. Okay. Priya, try to adjust your what do you call display properties. Resolution, try to adjust. So the next one is, I'm taking couple of tables. Time being, I will take only one table only. One table. Where is the table now? Huh. Geography and this is not required actually. Date is important and customer. I mean, again and again we don't need to load it. I will load it one shot. Okay. So I'm loading 4 tables now. Now, if you see this one, if you see the underlying table data, we have the dimension table already got populated. We have date key is there and the full date alternate key is there. This is the date column. This is the date column. Let's say if you know the date, if you know the date, then how can I get the year? The first question is how can I extract from that particular year? So if you see this one here is clearly mentioned 2010. So obviously this also should be the 2010 only, right? So like this, if you want to get the quarter, if you want to get the month, number of the year and month name, so what we are going to say now. And sometimes what will happen the database level, let's say some people asking, Bala, I don't have a date dimension at all. I don't have this table at all in the database level. Can we create date dimension within the Power BI? Answer is yes. We can able to create it date dimension. Let me try to create the date dimension. Assume that this table we don't have it. Anyhow, I'm going to use this table only, but I will give you the first thing is I'm going to add a one more table. That table name is nothing but like same like a date dimension, and that dimension we are going to populate the not all the columns, at least couple of columns. So now tell me where can I add the new table? Power BI desktop. How to add the new extra table here? Get data means source. If you have it, you can go and get it. Now what I want is I want to create my own table here only. Enter data, right? So if you go for the enter data, now here I want to enter the data manually here. We cannot populate the dimension or date dimensions here. We need to write a DAX expressions. We need to write a DAX function to populate the date dimension. That case, what you need to do, you need to go to the modeling also. Okay, there is an option here, new table. Listen carefully. If you go for the enter data, yes, the answer is very simple. For example, I'm making as one simple employee table like employee ID, employee name, for example, 1 and A, just click on OK button. 100% we are getting the new table. I agree. But here we can't write, date like we need to enter each and every value manually. So instead of that, what I want is, I don't want this. Let me remove it. So instead of that one, go to modeling here. Now click on the new table. Click on the new table. Now give the table name whatever you want. For example, I'm giving as since date is there, I'm giving as a time. The equal. This is the formula. See, when now creating the table, you need to give some name, right? That name is nothing but dim time now. Now, whenever you want to populate the date, for example, we need to use the calendar function. Tab. Use the tab. Listen carefully. You should know the function first of all, cal, and use top arrow down arrows to select the which of the function you are going to select. Then press tab button. Now it's clearly mentioned. Read the description very clearly. If anybody wants to know what is this calendar function will do, returns a table with only one column only. So only one column only is going to populate. In that column, what are the values is going to have? Column of all dates between the start date and end date. So which means I'm going to pass it two parameters, start date and then end date. For example, 2018 Jan 1st to 2018 December 31st. Then in between 365 rows, it will be automatically populated. I hope you guys understanding. Let's move on. So what is the start date should be? If we have the columns, well and good, or else you need to hard code it. Just double quotation, comma, again end date also double quotation, close the bracket. Within double quotation, we need to give something like this. For example, 01 01 2018. Any format will be fine. I think 31st 12 December and 2018. Okay, click on enter. Now see this one, Jan 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5. If you see on the bracket table, 365 rows, the columns is available and distinct value is also same because no duplicate values. So here also right click on the table, I mean column, you can start ascending order or descending order also. Now see this one. So like this, let's say I would like to populate like more values starting from previous year also 2017 and till 2020. Till 2020, it can be possible, right? Just enter it. Now see, till 2020 we have been populated. So I can remove this sorting also if you want. Clear sorting option. So just click on the save button. I think it's auto saved anyhow. This model today only we are taking, right? Fresh one, Power BI desktop file. Let me save it. File, save it. I'm saving under your folder only, like DAX functions. So now click on the outside and again come back to our table. New, this is what called as a derived table, dim time. This is what called as a dim time. And if you want to rename it, you can do whatever you want. And now let's say I'm going to add an extra column here. The column name is year, and add one more column here, month, one more column, day, and what is the week number, and something and all. What is the, for example, if I pass the date, what is the end of the month date? So there are lots of functions available. Using one function, we are going to add the extra new columns. Anyone has any questions till now? The first one we are discussing. Let's remove this and all. Calendar function. There is a one more also. Calendar auto function. Now if you understand the calendar auto is nothing. Calendar auto is nothing. Now listen carefully. I'm adding a one more. No need to add the one more table. Let me modify the same. Okay. So calendar auto. Now listen, read the description and tell me what is happening here. Returns a table with one column of dates calculated from the model automatically. This is what very important. So if you remove the auto, you can see this one. Okay, returns a table with one column, dates between, we are pausing where to start, where to end. But if you go for the auto, we no need to pass any starting date and ending date. Automatically it will take at a one starting date, one ending date. The question mark is now how it is taking the starting date and how it is taking the ending date. That is what the main question. Okay, so now listen carefully, and also is expecting one parameter. What is the parameter name? Physical year, end of the month. For example, in India, what is the physical year? April 1st to March 31st, right? Yes or no? Financial year ends at the March 31st usually. Our English month, Jan to December. So physical year end month. I'm just giving my month will be starting, I mean ending with the 3, which means March usually. Now click on enter. So now it is also populated. Now the first and foremost thing is from which month it is getting started. Is clearly mentioning that I said boss, my physical years end with the March month. So always start from the April 1st. So as clearly this April 1st is clear, but my question is how it is taking the 1915. Okay, let me do the order by descending order. So it is going till 2015. 2015 March 31st only. March 31st somehow we can understand because I'm clearly mentioned end with the March month. But my question is why it is ending with the 2015? Why it is not going to 16, 17, 18 also? Can anyone tell me this one? Midun, any idea?
I think it will remove all the three numbers wherever.
What is the meaning of removing 3 numbers? Anyone else? Abhay? Any idea? Okay, no worries. So if you see the description is clearly mentioning in the model level, it will populate. What is a model first of all? Whatever we are trying to design, everything will be called as a complete Power BI model. And within my Power BI, this particular model, how many table I have it? How many tables? 5 table. Ignore about this one. This is we are deriving. Okay, we are deriving. If we ignore this one, how many tables we have it? 4 tables available. So what will happen? It will go to each and every table. Okay, it will go to each and every table. Look for the date column. Okay, in the date column, it will go for the minimum value, minimum date value, and what is the max date value. It will keep it side, and it will go to the one more table. If we have the 10 date columns, it has to compare all 10 date columns. If we have 100 tables in the model, it has to go through the all 100 tables, and out of those columns pick the minimum date, and out of those many tables, those many columns, pick the max date. Between those two dates, between those two dates, it will populate the one column here. That is what called as a calendar auto. So if you want quickly, I mean, I will show you the column names. For example, select the dim customer. Here there is a one date column here. If you see like order by ascending order 1915, 1916 or 15. 16 is coming, okay, and descending order up to 1986 only. That means it is not the right column. Like this, date purchase date is there, okay, and we need to check all the tables. For example, go to dim date here. Here also we have the date column. Like this, compare all the date columns. In this table also we have a order date. Not this one. See this one. Order date is there, due date is there, ship date is there. So across the model I'm talking about, take the minimum date and max date and populate it. Check and let me know tomorrow if you guys face any issues. So as I told you, don't go with the 4 or 5 tables. Create a one simple table, then go for calendar auto. Then I'm sure you will understand. Clear? Okay. So that is what about the difference between the calendar and calendar auto function. One will be at the model level, one will be at the our own defined starting value and ending values. You will get simple interview question also. What is the difference between calendar and calendar auto? When you say definition, definitely they will ask you which one you are using within your within your current project. See, calendar auto, we don't have any control. So for example, assume that I have a data, I have data, okay, last 3 years. If you're very confident, you have only last 3 years data, then you can mention the starting date as a calendar. Yes or no? You can mention the starting date as a like taking as a 2015 or 16 and Jan 1st. But you don't know how many years of data you have it and some junk data you might be having. So that case you can go for the calendar auto. Fine then. So the next one is, let me make it as a the calendar only, and starting date comma ending date I'm giving like this. So 0101 2000, I will start from 15, okay, and 31st 12th month and 2020. So almost like a 5 years data. Well, so as I told you, whenever you want to rename this date, yes, come to here, right click and rename the column. For example, what is like complete data or mm, creation date, something like this. I'm giving randomly, okay, creation data, because I need to get the different column name. So now one thing is, right click on this one, there is a, I'm going to add the new column, right? That column only I'm going to derive the year column. That case, you come to the table, which of the table you're trying to add a new extra column. New column is there, new measure is there, new quick measure is there. As I told you in the beginning, or as I promised you already, at the time of DAX, you will understand automatically. Now listen carefully. I'm going for the new column. Today we will understand only new column only. Okay. I'm giving for my understanding C, which means new column. C underscore year, the column name I'm defining equal to, there is a function called year function tab, and what is the date column, returns the year of a date as a 4-digit integer. Okay, and creation date, and close the bracket, enter it, and whomever interested, okay, take this as a homework. Anyhow it will be discussed. Take this as a homework, how to get only two digit from the year. Let's say if you see this one, how many digits are coming? 4 digit, right? I don't want 2020, I want only 20 only. For example, if I say order by ascending order, I would like to display only 15 only. 1 5. I don't want to display the 4 digits. So that is what homework. Try this one, at least try, Google it. Anyhow it will be covered in the upcoming sessions. So the next one is, quickly let me add month. Easiest one we'll try to cover, later part we'll discuss. So now same way here also you can right click here and add as a new column, both will be same. Here or here doing this one, both will be same now. So select the column and new column. As I told you, I will start with the prefix as a month equal to the month of create. Just see, type the I mean spelling, automatically will pop out in the bottom. Use the arrow marks, press tab button and close it. I will copy this one, adding one more columns now. Okay, and this one is a day. Fine, enter it. See how easier. If you see the output, for example, Jan 1st, right? That means the first month. The second will be first day. For example, Jan 2nd, right? So it's clearly taking from this date, it is extracting the only day only. For example, if you go to February month, again the number will start. See now, after 31st Jan, it is going to February 1st again, 1 2 3 4 5, something like this. So that is what about the year, month and day function. There is a one more function opposite to these three. See, whatever we have done just now, if we know the date column, okay, we derived a year, month and day. Same way, assume that we don't have this column. Same way, we don't know the date column, but I have a year, month and day. So yes, I know the only three only. For example, I know the year, I know the month and day. Three columns available. Can't we add this three column and bring the one more extra column without the help of creation date? Answer is yes. So that is what about the new column. There is a C underscore, date is there. Now it is clearly asking the date function will, they clearly given the description also. You don't need to worry. No need to take the notes also. Just keep the cursor. So what is the year column then? C underscore year. Press tab button. Comma. Syntax also they given very clearly. And C underscore month, comma C underscore day, and close it. So that is what about the C, I'm sorry, only date function. So we understand what is a year, month, day and then data. Now there is a one more function here, like as I said in the just now, today function is there and now function is there. We will target smaller functions today, and tomorrow we'll start from the complex functions. So new column. Till now, am I going for the new column or new measure? New measure, is it? Am I adding the measure or new column? Columns only, right? Then what is the doubt? Why I'm going for the columns? Why not I'm going for the measure? Okay, let's finish this one, then we can go for the discussion. Now I'm adding as a today, enter it, and right click on the here also, new column. Till now whatever I added, everything will be column only. C underscore now function. Now look at the values and tell me what is the difference between today function and now function. There is slight difference. If you see the values, you can understand. Time difference or timestamp? Time difference only, right? The today function, it has a timestamp, but it is a default timestamp 00 format, 12 o'clock. But now function having the timestamp which is 8:49. For example, system time. As you can see clearly, my system time is 8:49 a.m. now. So to be simple, if you want to get the today's date along with the time also, then we have to go for the now function. You are not bothering about the timestamp, you are happy with the date particularly, then you can go with the today function. Anyone has any questions till now? Now this is the way you need to populate the date dimensions. So now we are building the date dimension or not? So like this, you can add n number of columns based on your requirement. Based on your requirement, or else some people, what will happen? They might be having the date dimension already in the sequencer database. You can extract also from the sequencer database. But if you ask me that this dim date also already they have been, whatever the logic we are trying to build here in the dim time, same way they might have written the script in the SQL server, they might have populated based on the logic there also. So anyhow, both the ways you can make use of this one. So this is the way to populate the date dimension. Okay, let's continue. If you don't want to show the time, I will come there only, then don't worry. Everything will be covered today or tomorrow. So the next one is new column only. I'm sure next 2-3 days I won't be going to new measure. Okay, so okay, I should be having the PPT. Let me open. I don't know where I have saved. Power BI PPT, something like this. Testing request. Dot PPT. Yeah. I saved somewhere that PPT, but I'm not sure where I have saved. Okay, fine, no worries. So we'll continue with the next whatever I remember the functions. I will try to cover. So next function would be, for example, C underscore. There is a week number also. For example, week number equal to, clearly as you can see here, we have two functions related to week. One is a weekday, another one is a week number. Weekday and week number. And what is the use of weekday? See the description please. Weekday is nothing but returns a number from 1 to 7, which means Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, something like this. So week number means returns the week number in the year. Approximately for year, how many weeks available? 52 or 54? Okay, at least you guys know for a week 7 days, right? Yes or no? I'm happy. Okay. So 52, whatever it may be, doesn't matter. Like one will be at the year level, another one will be at the like week number. So for example, I'm just going for the weekday. I type it as a week number. Okay, so week number. And what is the date? What is the date? Creation date only, right? Creation date. Close it. It's have the optional parameter, but ignore it. Now as you can see clearly, it is showing as a 2015. Okay, to understand better, let me go to the 2018 data. You will understand. 16, 17, 18. Or we'll see this one. You will easily understand. So wherever 2017 starting, 2017 starting. Okay, so January, right? January always start from the week number 1. Week number 1, the first 7 days would be the week number 1. The next 7 days would be the week number 2. Next week number 3, something like this. So one thing you should remember, whenever years changes, it will start again from the week number 1 only. So some week may be having the leap days also, right? 366 days. That case you may get the 53rd also. That's okay. That is what about the week number. Starting from the January, every 7 days will be considered as a 1 week, and it will be printed here. The next one would be new column. Now C underscore weekday equal to, it is like a 1 to 7. 1 to 7. Now for example is coming as a 5th. 5th is nothing but, for example, Jan 1st, it might have come as a 5th means what? Starting from Sunday, 1 2 3 4 5, Thursday. It might have come as a Thursday, that's why it's coming as a 5 usually. I hope I no need to explain one more time, like what is Saturday, Sunday, Mondays, and all. Based on the given date, I given as a creation date. What is the creation date here? Jan 1st. That Jan 1st might be coming under Thursday. That's why it's coming as a 5 here. Okay. And if you want to understand better, look for the today's date. What is today's date? Can we filter here? Yes or no? Equals, or at least, yes. Tell me. There is a calendar here, 2018. Today's time is 12. Now say, is it giving 3? Is it correct or not? Why is coming as 3? Week start from Saturday, right? Saturday 1, Sunday 2, Monday 3. Is it correct? Then you have to ask your kids only. When is the week starts? So always week start from Sunday only. Sunday will be the 1, Monday will be the 2, Tuesday will be the 3. That's why showing as a 3 here. Okay. So within whatever you ask time related, we have a tomorrow time, hour, minute, second also. We'll discuss tomorrow. Before coming tomorrow, we understand like week number, weekday, and homework I will give. Like weekday, right? Weekday is giving numbers. Okay. Can you get? Can you print so relevant like days? I think it's quite confusing, correct? So idea is print Sunday, comma Monday, and so on instead of 1 comma 2 comma so on. You getting my point or not? See, one is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Relevant days are Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So like instead of 3 here, what I want to print here, add a one more extra column, print as a Tuesday. That is what homework. That is what homework. Let me know tomorrow. Since it is the first day as part of DAX, I'm stopping here, and we will make sure that tomorrow you will finish the rest of the functions from the date and time, and logical functions information will be like less than 20 minutes topic. Okay, it's very easy, like yes or no functions. Okay, and then move to the text functions. Anyone has any questions till now? Okay, so see you tomorrow same time. Bye bye.